Everyone out there, we appreciate the support. We're almost at 60 subscribers. We are trying to get to 100 before the end of August, so greatly appreciate a like and subscribe. I'm going to be manifesting my weight loss right in front of your eyes, or I like to say body transformation.
Yeah.
So please like and subscribe and watch me do it, and you can do it too.
The Unscrewed Mind.
Welcome to episode number 39 of The Unscrewed Mind. Today's topic is what's your problem? And we're going to be talking about how things can be a roadblock to your manifestation and just blocking things in your life that you're wanting to be different, but at the same time having a deep down different feeling of how that thing should work. Because this is something that Matt and I both have experienced, are experiencing, I would say.
Right.
And just some things that you can do about it and what actions maybe you should take instead of trying to change your thought process around those things. So I think this is great for anybody and everybody, no matter how long you've been into the law of attraction, no matter what you're manifesting today. There's always room for improvement, and maybe some of these tips will help you out. For me, one huge thing is if all of my manifestations are complete, I have a certain feeling about the way that I will look. And we're going to be starting next week or at the end of this week a weekly update on my manifested weight loss, a current weight, what body physique I'm going towards, and you're going to see a progression of me losing this weight over the next period of time that it takes, because I don't want to put a limitation on it.
Right.
Definitely don't want to say a year and it be, could have been 6 months. So I'm just going to give you an idea of what I'm looking for, what I'm shooting for, and then give a weekly update, the things that I'm doing to work towards it. And, the mindset being the strongest of them, because a lot of people try and start things and fail. And it all turns back to the problem is something else creeps in and starts to block that. So I think it ties in really good with our current episode. Currently, I'm in a better place than I've ever been in my life. The reason why we're on here is I want to share this information with as many people that I possibly can. Overwhelming feeling of love and happiness comes over me when I'm speaking to somebody in the real world about it. Love to have more interactions with the people that watch our content. And, I want to help as many people as possible to become the best that they possibly can. And I want them to enjoy the journey of me becoming the best that I possibly can. And the best part about that is that journey actually never ends. So,
it's a limitless Netflix show,
Yeah.
it never stops. I don't know which one I want to start with, but I do want to lay the groundwork for why we're doing this episode today. We talk a lot about the people that we interact with, and mostly people that you talk to, because you're way better about mentioning this to complete strangers or folks in your life than I am. And we have a mutual friend that you talk to that you're sharing this information with, and at the same time they're listening, but they're not, or they're hearing you, but they're not listening, right? So it's, instead of applying these principles to their life and seeing the change that could possibly happen, they're trying to come up with all these excuses, and they're putting roadblocks in the way before they ever even get started. And in my mind, and in your mind, the episode of what's your problem kind of ties to why don't people, why don't you, why don't I, why don't anyone, why don't they start moving towards what they think is going to make them happy?
Mm-hmm.
and it's rampant. It's an issue with everyone. And in preparation for this episode, I wrote down and looked online, because that's what I like to do, 10 reasons why people never get started with something. And I'm going to list these, and then you feel free to interject, Rusty, if you come across any that kind of speak to you or that you want to talk about right away. So the first reason why people never get started is because they're waiting on permission. You and I talk a lot about how you have to be careful who you share your dreams with, or your goals with, because if those goals don't coincide with what those people believe, then they're going to pull the rug out from under you, and you're going to stop before you get started. So
Mm-hmm.
people look for permission, and they want to find out, is this a good idea before I even give any effort to this idea? And that's the wrong way to do it. If you like it, go get it. The second one is waiting for the right time. One thing that I always do, like especially if I want to start a new habit or stop one, is I want it to happen on Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And over the weekend, I'm gonna get it all out of my system, and then Monday, clean
Yes.
start, clean week, clean start, or New Year's, right?
Well,
Clear the
that's the
last,
thing
yeah.
is on that topic, look at how many days pass. And as you'll notice, for me, the older I've gotten, and this could be something that's been interjected into me because everybody says this, older you get, it seems like the faster the days are passing. Things like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like month after month after month. It's like I look up, it's the first, look up, it's the 30th or whatever, and it moves fast. So you have to really be have somewhat discipline with yourself, because if you just do one little itsy bitsy thing that's moving towards your goal on a daily basis, it's going to make a huge impact,
Mm-hmm.
because just starting somewhere so small of just thinking positively about what you're wanting is a huge step. And a lot of people just don't want to believe that that could have an impact at all. But you got to understand is everything starts small. So take that first positive thought and then turn it into a little bit of movement. And then next thing you know, it's your life.
Yep.
And you're going to have you can change relationships that way. You can change your financial situation that way. You can change anything in your life that way. And I just think that that's a huge one. Sorry for interrupting your 10.
No, this is what we want, is a conversation. And I had this thought while you were talking. Do you know why the days go by so fast? It's because one day is no different than the other day. And you're sleeping through each and every one of them, because
Oh,
there nothing different is happening. I would say
right.
that the year 2020, and then even into this year, are kind of the slowest, most enjoyed years I've had,
Yes.
since college, right? And the
Hmm.
reason why is because I'm trying out different passions. I'm learning new things. I'm reading new things. I'm trying new things. So every day, although I mean some days run together and there's peaks and there's valleys, but for the most part, I'm I'm trying stuff new and I'm becoming a different person. So these days, this time has stood out to me more than any other. The
Oh yeah,
third one.
you're injecting experiences that haven't
Mhm.
happened, so it doesn't feel like repeat for sure. You're getting off the treadmill, and so many people are 8 to 5 jobs that are very similar to it every day,
Mhm.
and it's not really experience. That's why. The things that you do when you're not working, or if you're just moving towards not working and doing something that's more passive, that's why you find more enjoyment when you do those things.
And I mean, I don't want to get too far off topic, but you're programmed to think that this is how you're supposed to live.
Hmm.
You're like that. This is rewarded.
Yeah.
Going to work every day, sacrificing, working hard, keeping your nose to the grindstone. That this is the life that you wanted or should have wanted from the beginning. And in
Hmm.
reality, everything inside your being, the bigger you, is crying out for something more meaningful. And
Yeah.
that's what all this is all about. Clearing the last hurdle is the third one. how often do we put roadblocks in front of us, like one more thing that needs to get done now before I can enjoy what I want in the future?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll start this, like I'll start working out. This is a favorite one. I'll start going to the gym when I lose 30 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, what? Why not go to the gym now while you're losing 30 pounds? Like
Yeah.
why wait? Or I'll start eating better after the holidays. You can't put these, life's hard enough. You can't put additional roadblocks in front of what you really want to do. Not feeling motivation or inspiration to do it, or looking for those sorts of things from the outside world.
Mm-hmm.
The people that are in your life right now are there because they like the person that you are right now, or they work where you work right now. These aren't the people that are going to get you normally. They're not the people that are going to get you where you want to go. So trying to get inspiration or motivation from them a lot of times is not a recipe for success.
Well, here's something that was a personal fear for me, and it was something that was programmed into me. Is I always kept a close knit group of friends because I had the idea that, you know, new people are not going to be as good as these friends are, and new people aren't going to accept me for who I am because of this or that, or new people are going to be trying to get something from me that's not the same as what these current friends are. And moving somewhere else to a different state, all of my friends for 33 years, my friends lived in one state. Only people that I really hung out with. I moved here and into Georgia, and a lot of people have moved here from different places. So they're very open to meeting new friends as well. And I've met some amazing people here, made some great friendships, and it just really changed me just by me changing in my environment. So super important to do that as well. Take the risk of changing where you are, and things will happen for you that way as well.
And it's interesting that you were afraid to kind of leave your current circumstance, before you moved to Georgia, because you were worried about, leaving the life that you had behind. But the second you decided you wanted to be somewhere else and you wrote it down and you set that intention, it happened almost without you doing
Oh yeah.
anything at all. Like all the pieces just kind of to fell into place. I mean, I have something to talk about on that here in a little bit. The next one you
Mm-hmm.
mentioned, fear. Fear is a huge roadblock for me. No matter how many affirmations I have and I read and I write down, it's a tough one for me. And there's multiple types of fear. There's fear of criticism. There's fear of failure. And then in even some circumstances, there's fear of success. For you, for me, let's say when this podcast becomes successful, life is going to be different, you know, and that could be scary for some people. I'm willing to try it out,
Wait,
but
wait,
it can be scary.
wait. This podcast is already successful. So I don't know what you're talking about. When it becomes successful, it already
Hmm.
is.
Dang, another
So,
roadblock.
I
The next
mean,
the next
wow.
one. This is supposed to be a top 10. Somehow I only have 9,
Okay, so
but
anybody that doesn't want to listen to Matt, I understand.
uh-huh. Yes. Yeah. I'm definitely not the guru.
No.
The next step, you don't know how. How many things have you not started, Rusty, because you don't know how to do them?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the thing is, and we're in an age and time where it's so easy to learn so many different things. You can go on YouTube and become somebody that is, functional in whatever you're looking at doing just by, learning before you go or making an informed purchase on something. So, yes, that it's been a huge roadblock in my life. I'm scared to do something, and just being more open to trying things is what really has flipped on me. The jujitsu is a big one for me. Previous 35 years would be like, I'm not wearing that outfit, not going, not happening. Mm-hmm. That's all there is to it.
Yep.
So
not now though. Not now.
Yeah,
last two are pretty quick. Hesitation. Even if let's say you set your intention, what you want is there, and then all of a sudden it presents itself. Perfect opportunity. Hesitation is a big reason why people don't start.
Mm-hmm.
Is you just, and obviously it's in the word, but if you want something and it's provided, it's presented, and it's right there on a platter, take it. And then lastly, it's the reason you don't start is because what you think you want isn't what you really want. Like,
oh yeah. So how many things do you want
to be rich or whatever? Not everyone wants to be rich, but you're told you should want to be rich. So in the absence of other goals, you just kind of choose the obvious one that allows you to fit into normal society, but maybe that's not it.
Yeah. Yeah. And you think every piece of your desires are sometimes made up of someone else's.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a combination of all of those things that you've heard throughout your life. But, there's been a ton of things that I've purchased throughout my life that I don't even know where it's at. It's in the trash, wherever. Yeah. And when you were waiting to get it, it was going to be the most life-changing thing in the world. I can remember wanting a stuffed Ninja Turtle when I was 5 years old, and it was like a life-size one. And
I remember that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Because life-size for you that's a big old turtle. You know what I mean?
I was five. So, yeah. So, and I remember where we were out to eat. We had went to Toys R Us. I see the turtle. It's Michelangelo. That's my favorite one. Okay. And, the whole dinner, I'm like, if I get this turtle, it's going to be the best thing that's ever happened. And I talked about it for a 45-minute dinner. And my dad is like, we're going to go get the turtle if you will not talk about the turtle anymore, And so
that's funny.
I think the turtle's at their house, but I don't.
The turtle still exists?
I think so.
Oh, I want a picture of the turtle.
I know.
The Unscrewed Mind.